What are the odds I end up in London, England, and I run into an M3? I got Simone here today.
Here we are.
What's up, Simone?
It's great. We are here at the O2 Arena, and I live actually down the corner, so it's great to meet you here, man.
Absolutely. What we're going to do is we're going to dance inside. You see right there, it says O2 Arena. We're going to jump inside here. I had no idea that there's any retail shops in this place. Let's dance inside.
Let's go in.
Ciao. See ya.
The Retail Nomad, traveling the globe, sharing what the retail environment is like, hidden corners of the world.
And here I am, just jumped off of the metro, and I'm waiting to meet up with good old Simone. And you see all these, mixed-use office buildings and apartments up top, and in here it says the O2. You see North Greenwich Station. That's where the metro dead ends, and I took that all the way across town to meet up with good old Simone, just so he could be my tour guide here. He lives 10 minutes away from this bad boy, and that way I've got a local, sense and flavor and description of, the history and how this has all developed here with the O2. Coming in, you see it's a lot of mixed use, commercial downstairs, residential and office space up top in these buildings, but I literally just wanted to show you the entry to walking up and how big the plaza is. Tesco, supermarket chain. This is an express, a smaller unit. Pharmacy, look how small the pharmacy is. Maybe 500 square feet. Subway, goodness. Nate, God love you all. Great collaborating with you on those projects in North America. And here I am, just tooling on up to meet up at the O2 entrance. And as you see here, we stepped inside of the O2 itself, and the interior is the arena, the exterior is commercial and retail. And you got good old Simone, who is kind of being my guide, dancing me through here, explaining how this place is laid out. And just so you know, Simone is a connection via good old Chris Reynolds, via the M3 Founders Club, invitation only mastermind. And I'm so stoked to be a part of this elite group of individuals. So kudos. Thanks much, Chris, for connecting me to Simone. All three of us were just recently on the Nomad cruise, scooting through the Mediterranean Sea. But back to what we're doing here is you see it's entertaining. It's family-oriented. Simone indicated that folks come here, bring the family, and stay the entire day. It truly is an entertainment complex. Restaurants, entertainment, movie, bowling, wall climbing. He said there's an interactive space up top where the human plays a video game, but it's in real life, I guess you could say. Something I've never seen personally, but truly blown away by this space. It's the third largest building in size in the UK of England. Massive. I was really intrigued with the roofing system, and that's why I wanted to show you this clip here that I captured. It's more, it reminds me of a fair type of roofing system, very high in elevation, which truly feels very open. So I love this walking tour that I had from Simone here. So thanks much, dude. And here I jumped up on the second level, and I wanted to show you a brand, Rituals. Originating out of the Dutch Netherlands region, this place and this brand is booming. Every country I go to throughout Europe, there is a Ritual store, and I'm very intrigued with this brand. Booming. They busted out a few hundred locations new in 2024, and on the books for 2025, they have a few hundred locations scheduled and planned as well. As originating, they do have presence in the U.S. via Walmart. So I understand they have an online shipping option, but very unique, interesting location. It might compete with maybe a Lush or a Sephora, if I were to speculate. But I like the layout, design, look, feel. Smells fantastic upon entry. So anything from skincare to home goods, decor, accessories, things of that nature. Soaps and lotions, and very intrigued. Rituals. There you go. And here we danced inside of what's called Hotel Chocolat. This was a brand that I was not familiar with. known as the British cacao grower. Is I really like the look and feel of this upper echelon, this luxurious style. Notice the white shelving, brown packaging, and it does have that luxurious feel to it. Simone even indicated that it is a step above other chocolate producers and manufacturers. Uniquely enough, this brand was acquired just recently, over a year ago, by M&M Mars Company. And here we are just cruising through the mall. You see Radley London on the left. And here upcoming, you see Jack and Jones. That's right, over 1,000 store locations in 38 countries. Who would have thought, right? This place is epic. You know, for casual to menswear to urban wear, they offer quite a bit. I love this look, feel, design, style. Think, Gap meets, Old Navy, similar brand. But I like the look, feel, and design of these stores. Very crisp and clean. And here you see the label SuperDry with a little bit of Japanese labeling underneath of it. I don't know what the hell that means, but Ichni Sanshi Go Ruku Sushi Hashikuju. That's only Japanese I know. But this retailer was once the hot ticket. Scattered, originating out of Europe and the UK here, with American vintage style with Japanese influence and graphics. I understand they're in a little bit of financial turmoil, but it's a cool looking store. It had a good vibe, feel, energy to it in here. Groovy little music bumping and so forth, but not sure of the longevity of SuperDry, but check them out. And here we are cruising past this store here. Simone tells me that this is the merchandise store for the venue that's playing at the arena. Coincidentally, this evening's concert is the Doobie Brothers. So they're selling Doobie Brother t-shirts. So yeah, just panning around, you get to see the two floors, the floor up top as well as the floor downstairs that we're on. And then here on the left, it's their F1 store. All the merchandise and gear, brands, labels, Ferrari, Mercedes, and so forth. Very cool because obviously the sport has picked up so much traction in the last 5-10 years. And Big Ben, appreciate the photos from the race there last weekend. So you just get to see this place again is truly an entertainment mecca.
I'm from Maranello, which is the city where Enzo Ferrari was born. The fact
Really?
Ferrari is here, so Ferrari car is originally there.
Dude, that's awesome.
So growing up, like you go to Maranello, you see about maybe 100 Ferraris in a day. Because they're all doing the test rides.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Then we have the circuit there.
Okay.
So I grew up with that.
That's so cool.
And now they're doing such a big work to expand it internationally.
Yeah. And here you see one. I'm sliding into a brand by the name of Holland and Barrett. And I have to be honest that I had never been in one of these store locations until recently. It was very coincidental that in June in Barcelona that I chatted with Sonia and Simon. Thanks much for educating me, bringing me up to speed on your cool looking store and brand during Shop Talk. They had a shop walk event and we danced the streets of Barcelona. Very cool and time well spent. As then I landed in the UK and was able to step foot in this one here myself. It's a health wellness retailer, vitamin supplements, natural beauty, sustainable living products. So I like their idea of ethical sourcing. So Holland and Barrett, check them out if you get a chance. And here you see good old Skechers. Did work with them back in the 90s, building some of their original store locations out in Cali. Then you see Clark's here. Brian, we always appreciated the projects we executed with you all. Beautiful looking stores here on floor number 2. Look at that high ceiling. And here you see Lead and Ball offering umbrellas, hats, scarves, and so forth. And I just wanted to show you a little bit of this unique ceiling, if you look up top here, and that huge metal supports that stick out of the roof on the outside and exterior. Massive in size and scale, both from the inside as well as the exterior. But just look at the size of that metal. It's huge, support beams. So a very intriguing design and layout here. And here I am cruising through an area with a lot of the restaurants and shops and so forth down here, bars, restaurants, entertainment. And coming up here on the right, you've got W.H. Smith. Founded in 1792. It's incredible. It's now with hundreds of stores in the U.S. as well. And here on the left, you see the Reese Outlet Store. And a nice directory panel here. And again, looking at these acoustical panels up top, what I understand designed to keep and reflect the noise from the exterior. Here on the left, you've got good old international label, Tommy Hilfiger, stores around the world. And then check out these unique disco balls. I love it. I know, kind of unique disco. Here you see a good old Guest store here on the right. Always appreciate their support at our mob events. And again, check out the height of these ceilings. We're on the second floor. Down below, you can see New Balance and just the structure up top for support. This one here, Whittard of Chelsea, 1886. Very cool tea, coffee, and snack type of confectionery store. But just think of the history, 1886. Wow, impressive. And here you see good old Levi's. They've got some great reports on their sales over the last couple years after the new CEO joined. And then good old running shoe, Asics. But again, I'm very intrigued with the structure of the roof and so forth, and the mechanics behind it. And here you got Dune, a local European brand. But again, just the visuals and aesthetics, beautiful. And here you see good old Kurt Geiger. Beautiful looking outlet store here. Ben, it was great seeing you guys, and I know congrats is in order for your recent rollout throughout North America with their front visual display and fashion and setup. So kudos to you guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed dancing around the O2 Arena, one of the coolest concert venues, entertaining venues, with an outlet shopping plaza around the perimeter. Here I am walking into North Greenwich Metro Station. This place is awesome, looks very modern. And for those who've never been to London, I just wanted to show you what it's like going down the escalator to catch the metro. This thing takes you anywhere around London, and it's the fastest way to zip around town. All right, check it out, the metro.
Thanks much for tagging along here with us today, dancing through the O2 Arena, outlet shopping. Simone, thanks much, dude.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, and showing you around and seeing all the place.
So cool. You guys like to give the viewers just a little pitch on your online activity?
Yeah, absolutely. What I specialize is making sales online. That's my kind of specialty. You can connect with me on LinkedIn at Simone Vincenzi. I know difficult to spell. The link is probably going to be below in the show notes.
Perfect. Thanks so much, dude. I love the Italian accent. O2 Arena, Simone Vincenzi, Retail Nomad. Ciao.
Stay tuned to the Retail Nomad, as each week we'll be profiling different types of shopping experiences around the world. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.